All right, so let's do the setup of the aircraft. I've got this set up as closely as possible to the viewer's setup. I'm using the Radiomaster R88. It's an 8-channel receiver, so it matches up with the number of channels that are being used currently on the plane. And it's also an FrSky XD16. He's got an X2 D16, which is a little different, but basically close as I got to the protocol and the number of channels that the viewer's using. So right now I've got it bound up. All the channels are plugged in to the same ports, but I have not reversed any channels or any of that. So we're going to go through each channel one at a time and correct as needed. Just to kind of show you the procedure I would go through to set this up. So first of all, let's try the ailerons. If I go right aileron, I don't know if you can see that, but they are going the wrong direction. So first thing we need to do is reverse the ailerons. Let's just take a look at the other ones over here. Elevator, elevator up. That one's working. Okay, so that's good. How about rudder? Rudder is correct. That's good. So far, just the primary control surfaces, we only have to reverse the aileron from the sticks. Okay, so let's start with that. Go into the radio. So aileron, and since they're both backwards, normally I would go to each individual mix and change it, but since I've got two different channels on aileron, they're both backwards. I'm going to go ahead and do this one in the output. So we're going to invert channels 2 and 5. Let's just go ahead and do that there. We may have to go back and change this later, but let's just, for simplicity right now, I'm going to do channel 2, invert that. And then we're going to go to channel 5. We'll invert that. So let's check it now. That should have corrected our aileron. Okay, so right aileron. Okay, that did. So that's corrected our ailerons. We haven't checked our crow yet, so we'll have to do that. Okay. Everything else is good. Elevator's good. Rudder's still good. So we're good on that. So primary control surfaces are okay. Okay, so let's go straight to flight mode, the landing flight mode, which is flight mode 3 or number 4 for him. I want to see which way the flaps go. Okay, so they're going up. So that is backwards on both of those. And let's put it in one of the mixes that does full span ailerons, and just to see what they're doing right now. The left one is okay with the aileron. Right one is backwards. So flaps in general are backwards, and then the right flap is backwards with the aileron. So let's go in here. Let's first correct the aileron for the right one. Okay, so we're going to go into the model. Let's go to the mixes. And the right aileron, or excuse me, right flap. That's this one, and it's only let's see, it's the aileron that's backwards. Actually, both of these are backwards. Okay, let's go into that aileron, and we're just going to just invert that. Change it to negative. Let's back out of that, make sure we got that working. Okay, so now let's go to a different flap settings that are not quite so dramatic, or just normal mode. Okay, so now the full span ailerons are working. Let's go back to flaps. I see crows backwards, but we'll cover that later. Okay, so both the flaps are going up when they should be going down. So let's correct that. Okay, let's go into the model. We'll go back over to the mixes. And we need to reverse channel 7 and 8 for the flaps. So we tap that, edit, go down to the weight, and tap that, hit invert. and then make sure you hit the wheel or tap that field there. We basically put a negative in front of that, so let's tap that. And if you saw, that flap immediately reversed position. Okay, let's do that same thing to channel 8. Tap that, invert it, tap the wheel, boom. Okay, I just heard it swing, change directions. Let's check it again. Okay, so right now both of our flaps are down. Let's put it back into normal mode. Flaps came up where they belonged. Full span ailerons are still working in the correct direction. That's good. Now let's check our crow. Okay, so we go back into landing mode. That's flight mode number 4. Flaps went down. All right, so our left aileron crow is going backwards. Go to our model. Again, we'll scroll over to the mixes on this one. We need to adjust the left aileron for crow. That's channel 5, so that'd be this one. Edit. We're going to do the same thing we did to adjust the flaps. Tap on that one, click invert, and then we'll tap the wheel. Okay, that one just changed direction. Let's check it again. Okay, both of the ailerons are up in the crow position, flaps are down. We'll go back to normal flight mode. Flaps are coming up. Ailerons are going down, back to normal mode. Ailerons are still working. Let's check our rudder mix. So this is our rudder to aileron mix. I go right aileron, that gives me some right rudder, that's correct. If I go left aileron, left rudder, okay, that's working okay. Elevator's still good. Normal rudder's still good. Go back into the landing mode. Flaps are going down. Crow's coming up. That's good. Okay. Everything appears to be working as expected. So that's how I would set up the model. You just got to go through each one at a time, decide which location to adjust, and just know that if you change like the output, for example, you're changing everything that controls that control surface. So you might have to go back and change a different one if you corrected one and goofed up another one. But I hope that's helpful to you. Again, I'm not a glider pilot, so if you've seen something in here that could be better done in a different way, I know there's some pretty good glider pilots out there. I can't remember the gentleman's name off the top of my head. I'll put it on the screen if I look it up, because I can't remember it. I know he's got some good glider templates. I haven't looked at them, so I don't know how they compare to what I've come up with here, but I hope this helps some folks.